What's up, everyone? Here we are in the car. So, it's the start of the Euros tomorrow. So, who we got money on then? Are we going to see a magnificent win for England or maybe Spain? World champions France look good. Never underestimate the Germans, and the Italians are obviously there as well. So, any of those could become a potential Euros winner. Also, we've got Portugal, who have some bloke called Messi, which could obviously also win the tournament. Now, it'd be nice to think that England have got the players with the skill set now that potentially could win it. When we actually have a look at the England team, you know, we've got a decent keeper. If I imagine it's going to be Pickford picked, personally, I prefer Henderson, but that's me. But I don't think he plays often enough as number one to warrant being England's number one. But there you go. Defensively, I still think we should have took Wan-Bissaka, to be fair. But Trippier is good with putting balls in. I would have taken Ward-Prowse for his delivery from free kicks, personally. But we do have a lot of decent midfielders. Chilwell or Luke Shaw. I personally think if we're going to go for wing backs, we should have Chilwell and Reece James on the right and left. If we're going to have a back four, so two defenders, central defenders, I would put Stone and Maguire if he's fit. And if it's free, you can put Walker in there, but Walker can also play as a central or right back, as can Reece James. So there's plenty of space there for us to that's what gets me. Oh yeah, we done really well in the World Cup. No, you didn't see you playing at all. Sorry. So there's a lot of scope for England to do well. Then in midfield, we've got plenty of exciting players, but it's not just the exciting players that you need. It's good that Henderson is back. He will have a lot of people saying, oh, he's not that good. He is a magnificent footballer. Technically, might not be the best. He never probably said he was. But I tell you what he does do is he can hold that midfield and he can pass the ball still. And he's got that experience now. You know, he's a Champions League winning captain, a Premier League winning captain. And, you know, we can say what we like about Liverpool in the last season. You know, they weren't so good. But to be fair to them, their whole defence got ruined because of injury, including Virgil van Dijk, who had the most horrific tackle from Jordan Henderson. Did make me giggle a little bit from a not liking Liverpool, not liking Southampton point of view, but it was out of order, and how VAR never saw that one. Wow. Sorry, but surely that sort of thing is what VAR is been brought in for. Whistle blown, okay, but it was a disgusting challenge, and it's ruined the man's season. Potentially, it could change the way he plays football for the rest of his career, and long term, it could cause him lots of problems with his knee. So, you know, it's not just a matter of it was a bad tackle and it deserves this, that, or the other. It was a horrific tackle, and you potentially could have ruined a man's life. And it doesn't matter how much money you get paid. At the end of the day, you still want to be able to walk at the end of your career. You don't want it to be like Marco van Basten, who struggles just moving now. You know, he was a great centre forward for the Dutch and for Milan. He played for them when Milan were the best team in probably the world. But he got this knee injury and he never recovered. And we don't really want that for Virgil, because at the end of the day, he's a human being and he's a terrific centre back. hard to beat, hard to play against, and he's just top class. So hopefully this coming season he can get back to full fitness, and that would be good. God, it's warm, isn't it? It is warm. Anyway, so yeah, one of the things that I do find amusing is when you get your football fans, and it doesn't matter what team they support. They can support Manchester United, Liverpool, or I don't know, Brentford or Bury or even Eastleigh. You know, it's like, oh yeah, we've done really well this weekend. What do you mean we done? All you do, mate, is stand there and shout, come on, you reds, you blues, you greens, you purples, whatever. You know, you're not actually on the pitch, and you can get excited by it. You know, we all like a bit of football. We all get excited by football. We're not actually playing the game. You know, we're watching it, and you know, we can certainly get excited by it. You know, some of the best games of football I've ever seen have involved Liverpool, even though I say I don't like them, and I don't, and I do mean that. But when I think back to the match in Istanbul where they came back against AC Milan, they were 3-0 down to draw 3-3 and then win on penalties, or the comeback against Barcelona, even in the Nou Camp. To be fair, there was no way Barcelona deserved that 3-0 lead. They weren't that good. You know, maybe one goal. The Messi free kick was outstanding, but all in all, Liverpool were probably just as good and created just as many chances. Just didn't take their chances on that night. But the replay, or the second game at Anfield, it was perfect as far as Liverpool fans were concerned. It had everything, and the fourth goal from the cross from Alexander-Arnold was unreal. Like, where do you see that and how do you do that? But yeah, that game was something else. Yeah, so the fans thinking that they are actually an important part of how a team wins, you know, at the end of the day, fans can help and they can distract and make it harder. I'm sure Luke Shaw has had a better season where United fans haven't been on his back and has got his form back, rather than him trying to get his form back and being booed for doing silly mistakes here and there, although he hasn't, and he is, and always has been, a terrific left back. I would certainly, as an out and out player, I would probably have him ahead of Chilwell, but I do think you have to go with Chilwell because it adds. He's probably better as a wing back. If it's left back, then I would probably go for Luke Shaw. That's my opinion. Midfield, well, when you look in the midfield, Jack Grealish is a quality player, but for me, it's Foden who's the man and the master, and then you've got Mount as well. Well, you know, that going forward can cause any team problems. Then up front, probably going to go with Kane, aren't we, to be fair? Why wouldn't you? You know, he's got the most assists and the most goals this season, so yeah, give him another go. But for me, I would start thinking of making a team around the likes of Mount and Foden, because they are the future, surely. How good are they? You know, sure they could get into pretty much any team in the world. I would go as far as I say, two world-class midfielders there. You know, could go and play for Madrid, Barcelona, any team. But let's be fair, why would you leave Manchester City or Chelsea? Next season I can see Chelsea doing great things and possibly winning the league. And there's a few other youngsters there. You know, plenty of England talent in that Chelsea side. With Reece James as well. You know, he's a quality defender and can get forward as well. He will cause teams problems next season, I'm sure. Anyway, there you go, a little football review from your man in the shed. Something you weren't expecting, I'm sure. I'm sure you're really pleased that I gave you my review of the tournament. So who am I going to pick? Well, I'm going to pick England, because why wouldn't I? End of the day, I'm English and I want them to win. Other than England, you gotta look. You can't look much further than France, surely. But you know, there's also those bloody Germans, aren't there? They're always there or thereabouts. So yeah. So for me, hopefully you're gonna do it. If we don't do it, hopefully the French and the Germans don't. You know, good luck to Wales. I'm not going to wish Scotland good luck because they're in our group and I don't want them having any luck at all, because I can see that as a easy, well, not an easy 3 points, because the thing is, with an England-Scotland game, it means much more to the Scots than it does to the English. Don't get me wrong, we want to beat them, but it's not everything to England. And that's the same in rugby, I would say as well. It means more to the Scots because they're not as big a nation as England. They want their independence. Wow. Let's make sure we give them a good spanking, eh? Show them why England is the best. England #1. Anyway, that's been your man Shed. He's gonna go and get some stuff at Tesco's. So thank you very much, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Why wouldn't you? This has been a fantastic football review. You know, this is sort of thing you'd expect from the BBC or someone else. Obviously I don't have the Chris Sutton soundtrack of laughter in the background, but there you go. Anyway, it's been Shed. See you, pal.